Have you ever noticed something strange? The moment people start earning more money, they upgrade their house. A bigger living room, more bedrooms, a dream kitchen, a better neighborhood. And for a moment, it feels like success. It feels like you finally made it. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That dream house might actually be the very thing that quietly destroys your wealth. Not slowly, not gently, but aggressively over decades. And the worst part? Most people never even realize it. They think they are moving forward, but financially they are standing still, or even going backwards. In America, owning a home is not just a goal, it is almost a symbol of stability, a symbol of success, a symbol that you are doing well in life. You work hard, you save money, you improve your career, and eventually you buy a house. Then something interesting happens. After a few years, you want more. More space, more comfort, more status. So you upgrade. Because bigger must mean better, right? More space equals more happiness. More rooms equals more success. But what if that belief is completely wrong? What if buying a bigger house is one of the biggest financial traps in modern life? Today, we are breaking down exactly why. Let's start with something most people ignore: the psychology behind this decision. Because this is not really about money. It is about emotions. You see your friends upgrading their homes. You see social media posts showing beautiful interiors, perfect lighting, perfect furniture, perfect lifestyle. And slowly your normal house starts feeling ordinary. Even if it is perfectly fine, even if it meets all your needs. Suddenly it feels like you are falling behind. And that feeling pushes you to upgrade. Not because you need to, but because you want to feel like you are keeping up. And that is where the trap begins. You are no longer making a financial decision. You are making an emotional one. You are not buying space anymore. You are buying validation. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where reality hits hard. When you buy a bigger house, you do not just pay more upfront. You lock yourself into a bigger financial commitment for decades. In the United States, most home buyers take a 30-year mortgage. That means for the next 30 years, a part of your income is already spoken for. Every single month, no matter what happens in your life. Now imagine this. You upgrade from a $300,000 home to a $600,000 home. At first glance, it looks like you just doubled the price. But because of interest, it is much more than that. Over time, you might end up paying $900,000 or even more. That extra $300,000 is not buying you more comfort. It is simply the cost of borrowing money. So your upgrade is not just expensive, it is extremely expensive. And most people underestimate this. But the mortgage is only the beginning. The real damage comes from the hidden costs. Costs that nobody talks about. When you buy a bigger house, everything becomes bigger. Your property taxes increase. Your home insurance increases. Your electricity bills increase. Your water bills increase. Your maintenance costs increase. A bigger house means more things can break. A bigger roof means higher repair costs. A bigger yard means more upkeep. More space means more cleaning, more maintenance, more spending. There is a simple rule in the US. You should expect to spend 1 to 3% of your home's value every year on maintenance. So if your home is worth $600,000, you could be spending up to $18,000 every year just to maintain it. And this does not include unexpected repairs. A broken HVAC system, a leaking roof, plumbing issues. These can cost thousands instantly. Now comes something even more dangerous: lifestyle inflation. This is the silent killer of wealth. When you upgrade your house, your lifestyle upgrades automatically. You do not think about it. It just happens. You start buying better furniture. You upgrade your appliances. You invest in decoration. You care more about how your home looks. And slowly, your expenses rise. Not because your income increased, but because your standards increased. You start spending more just to maintain your new lifestyle. And the worst part? It becomes normal. You no longer see it as extra spending. It becomes your new baseline. Now let's talk about the biggest loss of all: opportunity cost. This is the money you could have made, but did not. Let's say your bigger house is costing you an extra $1,500 every month. That is $18,000 per year. Now imagine investing that amount consistently in the stock market, in index funds, over 20 to 30 years. That money could grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly even millions. That is the power of compounding. But when you put that money into a house, it is locked. You cannot easily access it, and it does not grow at the same rate as investments. So the real cost of a bigger house is not just what you pay, it is what you lose. There is a term used in America, house poor. It means you have a beautiful home, but no financial freedom. You have high monthly payments, you have limited savings. You cannot invest aggressively. You cannot take risks. You cannot leave your job easily, because your house depends on your income. You look successful from the outside, but inside, you feel financial pressure. And this is more common than people think. Now let's look at what wealthy people often do differently. They do not rush to upgrade their homes. They understand the difference between assets and liabilities. They focus on building income first. They invest their money. They create cash flow. They buy assets that generate returns. And only after they are financially secure do they upgrade their lifestyle, because they know something important. A house does not generate income. It consumes money. So they make sure their income-producing assets come first. Here is something powerful to think about. Your house should support your life, not control it. If your house is forcing you to work harder, longer, and with more stress, then it is not a blessing. It is a burden, a financial burden that looks beautiful from the outside. So next time you feel like upgrading your home, pause, take a step back, ask yourself honestly, do I really need this, or am I trying to impress others? Am I making this decision based on logic or emotion? Am I building long-term wealth or short-term satisfaction? Because the truth is simple. A bigger house does not guarantee a better life. Sometimes it creates bigger stress, bigger responsibilities, and bigger financial pressure. Wealth is not built by looking rich. It is built by making smart decisions consistently. It is built by controlling your expenses. It is built by investing wisely. And most importantly, it is built by avoiding mistakes that look attractive in the short term, but are damaging in the long term. So be careful, because sometimes the things that look like success are actually the things holding you back. And a bigger house might be one of them.